What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego in the back with some more boxing. My man Dan Kidd, New Media. He said they sure taking a long time with them Dazn numbers. Everybody just go like this. They got us making faces like emojis. Where them numbers at? New Media. We need to know where the numbers at. Anthony Joshua, they said Wilder sold 6,000 tickets. See, bro, they did not account. They didn't account for this New Media movement. We thick up here. We're not like just accepting the little headlines and shit. We need a piece. We need to know what's going on. That's what I'm saying, man. We're gonna talk about in this video. Eddie Hearn did all that woofing, all that like jockeying for position and talking about A-side and leverage and, you know, Wilder don't deserve this and nobody knows Wilder. He only sold 6,000. Spencer versus Garcia ain't gonna do no numbers. Wilder Fury ain't gonna happen. Broner versus Pacquiao. Nobody wants to see an old geezer and Broner. All this stuff. Now they need some help, bro. At least in the USA. Where are the Dazn numbers? You know, Max Kellerman, let him tell it. He said Joshua's bigger than Canelo. They released Canelo's last fight's number, not his fielding fight, but, you know, see how selective they are. DAZN released the Canelo Jacobs numbers because they were satisfied with them. What are the Joshua versus Ruiz numbers? It was a good fight. I mean, it was an upset for them, you know, for DAZN. The guy who's been fighting on DAZN just lost. That's what happens. We need to know. What were the ticket sales? You know, what was the attendance? See, that's what I'm saying. We're not hearing nothing. This is why they had so much UK media up in front and stuff, because they want to keep that in-house and keep the information and or not tell anyone and or not put people around that are going to ask these things. What are the numbers? What's the attendance? Biggie, what happened? No, nobody know how I got shot. Biggie, what happened? Where is any of this information? What was the attendance? Somebody give me an actual physical attendance number. You know, because when I go to Wilder versus Brazil and Stavern and, you know, the Luis Ortiz fights, I get numbers. You know? Biggie, what happened? What did the Joshua tickets do? You know, ESPN be having all these breakdowns and how many tickets were sold versus how many were comped, and where are any of the numbers, bro? I told you, there's pressure. Whether you want to believe me, try to make me out to be the bad guy or whatever, I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you what it is. We need it. Where is it? Where's the demand for this anyway? You know, media, they can't stop talking about, oh yeah, how many tickets have Wilder sold, and, you know, Dominic Brazil tickets aren't selling, and it only sold 6,000, and Wilder, you said he's a star. Biggie, what happened? What happened? Where's any of this information? The guy that they said was shitting on Wilder in every facet, who just lost, got knocked down 4 times. Biggie, what happened? Where is any of this information available? I ain't seen one headline that said Joshua Ruiz, you know, Madison Square, the iconic Madison Square Garden, MSG, live attendance, bow. But Eddie Hearn, I told you, you playing the game. Oh my gosh, bro. I told you, playing the game, you know you ain't gonna win. Like, you can't win at this game. America, they can't win. They can't win at this game. The same energy you gave, we're giving the same energy. That's what it is. You said Brazil sold 6,000. What did y'all sell? Oh my gosh. Man, I'm about to snap. I'm about to snap on this live stream. I got to get in my zone. I've been crushing the building since I saw socks. Oh my gosh. Do not put my verse on y'all records. I want 700%. Smash the like button. We about to get started. Young Guns. Cheer. I'm like Hova this. He just became a billionaire too. M-Easy. Extra money. I'm playing the bank too. And take your crew. Hold up. Let's get it. Come on, we gotta talk about this. Smash the like button. I got enough room. Can I live? You playing the band, playing the bang too. It they through to entertain your crew. I ain't playing no games, so shots exchange through. Fresh off probation, I got a charge to throw away. My lawyer say for Eddie Larger to go away. And that ain't no money to Jay, so you could get it broad day and Broadway while TRL tape it. You playing the game, you know you ain't gonna win. Quit playing them childish games with grown men. Fuck about cars and chrome rims. I got apartments you could put your home in. Can I live? They playing the game, they know they can't win. Hold on, I gotta get hype real quick. I want 700%. Do not put my verse on your records. Now, Eddie Hearn played a dangerous game. Now they're coming from behind. Bro, they just announced the immediate rematch of a fight that just happened 2 days ago. Eddie Hearn is losing power. What happened to all this American takeover stuff? Quit playing them childish games with grown men. What happened to the American takeover? So you came to America and got took over because Andy Ruiz is headed to the Jimmy Kimmel show right now. He headed, oh my gosh, Andy Ruiz, he headed there right now, suited up, suited and booty, suited and booty. He's suited and booted, bro. Headed to Jimmy Kimmel right now. Joshua playing chess, like literally on his Instagram and shit. Bro, you said it was American. See, I tell you, listen to what people say then and now.
All my fans, supporters, my family, I appreciate you guys. Everybody that believed in me, thank you. I appreciate it. I thank God so much. Thank you. Yeah, today I'm going to be on set on Jimmy Kimmel's show.
Look
what he got me by surprise.
Look at his whip that they sent for him. That man, bro, they sent, Jimmy Kimmel really sent for him to get picked up in that big ass stretch Rove, whatever the fuck that shit was, bro. Andy Ruiz out here winning. So anyway, smash the like button. So Eddie Hearn did all this and said, American takeover and got took over. Now the ball's in the other person's court. This is what I'm telling you. This was not a good, sensible game plan. I told you, I said so many different things, and I remember everything. They should have pushed it. Gerald Miller messed up. Push the shit back. Push the shit back. Regroup. If you were struggling, or just do like somebody, like, okay, for example, Jermell Charlo, he was supposed to fight Tony Harrison. They're not putting him in there with, Triple G last minute notice. They're putting him in there with the guy with some knockout power, Coda or whatever. But they're not putting him in there with, like, you get what I'm saying? Like some guy that just doesn't make sense when you've been training for somebody else. I told you Andy Ruiz had all the skills to give Joshua all the hell, all the problems in the world, all the fits in the world. So I could see that. They got pompous. They got arrogant. They didn't think of Andy Ruiz as a threat because just like Stephen A. Smith, blasphemy, LeBron James, like, you guys looked at the man for his body. You look at Joshua's body. You guys get caught up in stupid shit. I don't get caught up with that. I don't get caught up in like stupid. This is not like bodybuilding contest. That shit don't mean nothing, And now Eddie Hearn and Dazn, Matchroom, Rematch Room, Slave Room, Barry Hearn, they are under pressure. Trust me. Because, behind the scenes, there has to be, like, conversations had. Like, Dazn is like, man, what the hell happened? Your cash cow, which is our cash cow, because we paying him this much money, you know what I'm saying? He just lost, and he lost. It's not even he didn't even lose to an in-house fighter, and he lost that bad, like, every single round bad. You know what I'm saying? That hurts his stock dramatically. So now Eddie Hearn went to his social media 2 days later announcing the rematch. So now it's do or die time. Joshua's going to rematch him in November, December. I think that's a bad move. I think they should have took some time, let Joshua and Rob McCracken and his team rest a little bit, get their head clear, and then start discussing rematch because it's all fresh. You giving yourself no time to process, to let it settle. You know, you literally lost on Saturday night, which after the post fight press conference and medicals and all that and being checked by the doctors because he was concussed was Sunday. Then you took a 15, 16-hour flight back to the UK because Joshua, I seen on his Snapchat, he back in the UK, right? So you know you could think about it on the plane or sleep or whatever people do, right? And then by Tuesday morning, you're saying, "Yo, we got the rematch. We're exercising that." That's because I think the pressure's on Eddie now because again, this was a disastrous matchroom card. Like I said from the beginning, believe whatever you want. Katie Taylor lost and looked suspect. I don't give a fuck what they said. She lost. Go to her page. Go to any page of her showing the belts. See what they saying about Delphine Persons, right? Block Val Mac. Get him the fuck out of here, man. It's my shit. I work too hard to deal with you dudes coming in trolling and shit, bro. Pressure's on now. Pressure's on. He already 2 days later he announcing the rematch. Crazy. Like I said, it's okay. It's okay to announce or to rematch him, I guess. But you're jumping the gun. Like let the man relax a little bit and think about what he needs to do with his career. That was all like that opportunity was like no, you know what I'm saying? That was out the question. Shout out to Light of Humanity for subscribing. So Ruiz, just this I don't know. I don't feel good about this. Just telling you my first initial emotions and thoughts. I don't feel good, and trust me, it has nothing to do with Andy Ruiz. This is with Matchroom. Just look at it. Andy Ruiz did all that with a 5-week camp, all odds stacked against him. Me and a few other people picking him to actually win, but not that list is even shorter of the people who actually picked Ruiz and broke it down. Not only did I say that, I'm breaking it down. I'm breaking down the Ruiz fight, because picking is just picking. Some people could just hate Joshua and pick against him. I didn't do that. I broke it down and the shit showed up. So, anywho, I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. The man ain't even been back in the UK for a full day or whatever, full 2 days, and he already got his next fight booked, and you're already announcing it. And this is the same thing Eddie Hearn, I'm going to keep saying it because I'm the one that came up with this point. This is the same thing Eddie Hearn just did last week before the fight happened. He criticized Deontay Wilder for doing. He said, "Oh yeah, they're trying to announce their fight if there even is a fight between Wilder and Tyson Fury, Wilder and Luis Ortiz, because he just posted on social media. He just posted and said they're signed. Oh, the contracts are signed." Eddie Hearn, I'll tell you, you got to listen to what he said. Eddie Hearn said, fight week for Joshua Ruiz, that basically he had doubts. He was basically insinuating if this was a publicity stunt or whatever, because Wilder took to his social media and announced his next two fights over the span of 2 days. 2 different days. He released that. He said, "I'm fighting Luis Ortiz." And then he's like, "Oh yeah, allegedly he's fighting, Ortiz again. But what's the date? What's your venue?" Then, bro, I'm pulling this shit up, bro. There's no way. New media, we got to be the best. I shook up the world, bro. We got to be the best. I'm going to pull this shit up so you can hear. So you can hear the blatant contradictions. There's a video where he responded to the Ortiz announcement. Look at the face. Doing all them faces. That's what I'm saying. Overplayed your hand, making all them faces.
Small this year, Wilder. Joshua will fight once more this year. So, 19's out of the way. Is that facts?
Yeah, this is what I'm told all the time. This morning, people can't speak. Any fight that makes me in 11th round or whatever it was. He hasn't looked good since that fight. Anyway.
It's a good fight, though, isn't it? Don't you think?
It's alright, yeah. I mean, look, he's getting old. Ortiz is getting seriously old. He hasn't looked good since that fight.
Hayden.
But he's a decent fight. It's not a horrific fight. But why take that fight when you've already beat him and you've got Joshua there to go?
Okay. Eddie Hearn just said, why should he rematch? Listen to me, people. Eddie Hearn just said, why should you rematch Luis Ortiz when you've already beat him by knockout? Luis Ortiz Wilder was actually very competitive up until the end. Joshua just got blown the fuck out by Andy Ruiz. Dropped 4 times and stopped. And guess what? You're exercising a rematch clause. Bro, everything that could go wrong for Eddie Hearn has went wrong. Because he talks and talks and talks. And he says all this stuff and it comes back to bite him. He just criticized Wilder for rematching Luis Ortiz. He said, why should he fight him again? You already stopped him in the 11th round. Okay, Joshua just got his ass stopped and you were pushing for the rematch clause. And the difference being is Luis King Kong, why so serious? King Kong did way better than Joshua did versus Ruiz. Bro, the pressure is real. The new media pressure. I'm at their throat like strep. The pressure is so real. It doesn't make sense anymore. All this talking, all this stuff, like, oh yeah, why fight Luis Ortiz? You just knocked him out. Okay, why should Ruiz rematch you? Joshua looked way worse than Luis Ortiz did. Ortiz was up in there with the biggest puncher in boxing, letting them things go. Got on his toe. He was doing his thing. He even hurt Wilder. Right? Because he was doing his fucking thing. That shit was competitive to the end. You know, and then Wilder got inspired when he started knocking him down again. The Anthony Ruiz, I mean, see, you got me making up the Anthony Ruiz, you know. The Andy Joshua. You know, that fight wasn't even competitive. What round you give Anthony Joshua? I'll wait. What round? When 2 rounds, how many was it, 7? When 2 rounds out of 7, he got knocked down 2 times. So it clearly wasn't those rounds. What rounds did you give him? What rounds did you give Anthony Joshua? He definitely lost the first round because he was fighting on the back foot and hesitant to commit. You gave Joshua round 1? Hell no. Bro, I'm not even gonna argue no dumb shit like that, bro. Andy Ruiz was walking forward, throwing punches. Joshua was like not even committing to anything. Joshua's best round was the round he got dropped twice, round 3. Yeah, man, y'all gotta. I'm not even gonna argue that dumb shit. He lost every round, bro.
Really? Where's the official? I mean,
Look.
But after Joshua's ESPN, ooh, how convenient.
Listen. Listen.
Did you have any idea that announcement was coming yesterday?
It wasn't an announcement, was it? It was just an embarrassment. It was like,
He just said the Wilder Ortiz being official on Deontay Wilder's social media was an embarrassment. It wasn't even an announcement. Listen to what he's saying, people.
oh shit. Forget that. We got to just crack on with serious people.
Did you have any idea that announcement was coming yesterday?
It wasn't an announcement, was it? It was just an embarrassment. It was like, oh shit, Joshua's going to stick it on me again at a press. Oh, let's just announce I've done a fight and also I've signed for Ortiz. When did you sign? Yesterday afternoon. But after Joshua's ESPN, ooh, how convenient.
You don't call that an announcement then? You don't call that an announcement?
Not really. Where's the official? I mean, it was just hi everybody, just to let everybody know this is what I'm doing next. There'll be an announcement soon regarding everything, but just so no one puts any more pressure on me this week, I'm not fighting Joshua because I've already got another fight. Oh.
Bro, he just tried to mock Wilder for announcing his next fight on social media, right? And he's like, oh yeah, where's the announcement? Where are the details? You know, where the date and venue? Oh, I got an announcement. So no one puts pressure on me. He just announced the Joshua Ruiz in the same fashion. He said, oh yeah, we'll be fighting in November or December. No actual date. He said venue. Like, bro, you're not fucking with new media. I told you. It's the more you guys squirm and do all this shit, the worse. This is this is your funeral, bro. There's no way you could get by with the poppycock, bro. We are not playing any type of games. Okay. Once again, let's go through this. This is Joshua and Ruiz. Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearns. After meetings with Anthony Joshua, Rob McCracken, and management team in New York, we have today triggered the contracted rematch clause with Andy Ruiz Jr. The fight will take place in November/December, meaning if you don't know what month it'll be in, you don't have the terms in stone. Place in November/December at a venue to be confirmed shortly. So you have no information. But the same thing Wilder did, announced his fight, you shamed him for it. Bro, this is biting Eddie Hearn so bad. So bad. The stuff he's saying is coming back to haunt him. He said, oh, that wasn't even an announcement. It was an embarrassment. Where's the contract? Oh, when did you sign? You signed today? And, you know, where's the date? Where's the venue? He challenged as if Wilder's not really fighting Ortiz, like insinuating like he made it up. Bro, that was just a strategy. It was just a strategy to take attention away from you and fuck up Joshua's mind, which looked like it worked because it put more pressure. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Eddie Hearn keeps doing these interviews. It's getting worse for him. You just tried to mock Wilder for announcing his fight via social media with no picture of the signed contract, no dates and venues, and said, oh, what kind of announcement is that? You know, what type of announcement is that where, you know, you just say it and then we're supposed to believe you? Okay, you just said November/December, venue to be determined. What's the difference? So that's that. New media, smash the like button. Beyond that, I don't like it for Joshua. He had 2 days to recover and process this. And you already have sat with his team to confirm that he's fighting him again. You know, to me, that's like, Dazn is probably pissed because someone they dumped a lot of money into just lost. Not only lost, but lost in that fashion. So Eddie Hearn's like the almost like the bad guy villain in a movie where like he's like, all right, you know, hey Dazn, you know, I can explain, you know, I'm going to make this up. We're going to do the rematch and Joshua's going to get those belts back. Like, just give me some more time. That type of thing, you know, or like a movie where there's like the head like cartel boss of the crime syndicate, and then Eddie Hearn is like a boss, but not as high as the cartel boss, you know, the El Chapo or whoever. And El Chapo's like coming down like, what's up with this John Wick guy? He's destroying all of my men. You know, he's like fucking up our whole operation. You said you had this handled. You get what I'm saying? That's what it feels like. One of those movies where it's like, damn, you said you were going to take care of John Wick and he's wreaking havoc, you know, destroying it, or the Punisher or whatever, you know, destroying the whole operation. And Eddie Hearn's now, oh yeah, I'll get you guys the rematch. You know, Joshua will get his belts back. You know, it feels like a rush job. It feels like a rush job. It really does. You know, it's not even so much taking the rematch. It's that you announce that you're taking it in 2 days. That's like I said before, a rebound relationship. You get out of a committed marriage or 8-year relationship on Friday and it's fresh. And then by the next week, you already hooked up and living with someone else. That's not good. You haven't had a chance to process your feelings and, you know, deal with the potential heartbreak. That shit could come back to haunt you later, you know, because you just moved on real quick. So you think, oh, you know, I want to, there's greener pastures here. I want to just, you know, jump into this next situation. But then months go by and you see that there's a lot of differences between this person versus your ex-wife or your ex-husband or whatever. And then you start having regrets, and now that's where it starts to kick in. So that's not enough time for me, in my opinion, to process it. For example, just bad business. When Charlo lost his title, he was devastated. That was in December 22nd. I was there in New York, a couple days before Christmas, right? He lost. That was a Fox, the first Fox PBC show. He was devastated. They didn't, on Christmas Eve, announce Charlo Harrison Part 2. What they did is give Charlo some time to enjoy the holidays with his fucking family and ring in the new year. And then later on, it was announced that Charlo Harrison were going to rematch. Block Rashid Rehman. Yeah. Block Rashid Rehman. So, anyway, Charlo lost on the 22nd of December, and they didn't announce it anytime in the near future because you have to process. That man was like, he was crying in there. I went to the post fight. He was crying. He was shook up. He was pissed. He's like, I don't like losing nothing. And he's like, I don't even like you losing video games. That's why I don't play. He's all shooken up. You don't make the decision when you're trying to cope with something. You know what I'm saying? That's just like, that's not, to me, that's not the right time. So I think that shows what Eddie Hearn's on. Like, you don't care. You don't care that Joshua, you just trying to get back in DAZN's good graces or get your company back with the cash cow or something. Like, you're not even thinking of the implications, because now this has put a person who seemingly has struggled with pressure under an immense amount of pressure. And the worst part about it is you gotta know how you treat people, because the games you play, when the shoe's on the other foot, they're gonna play the same games on you. I don't know the particulars of the contract and the rematch clause, but if they did not specify the UK and I'm Al Heyman, Andy Ruiz is in the driver's seat. I would not fight under no circumstance Joshua in the UK. You've seen when the shorter Joseph Parker tried to fight Joshua on the inside, they weren't letting him fight, and he could have had a better showing. He didn't do horrible, but he could have been better offensively, but the ref kept breaking it up. So now you're not in the driver's seat unless there was a stipulation in the contract that said, hey, if we rematch, it must happen in the UK. But if it didn't, motherfucker, I'm putting that fight in Mexico. I'm putting in the fucking Snickers Stadium in Mexico. I'm putting in LA, where he from. I'm putting in Vegas, which is close to where he from. Period. So he's not even in the driver's seat anymore. Like I said, unless he protected himself, unless in the contract they said, in the case that he loses, the rematch must be in the UK. But if that wasn't there, and I'm Al Heyman and I'm Team Ruiz, nah, we doing this in the Snickers Stadium out this motherfucker, bro. I'm not going to the UK. Sorry. Nope, Snickers Stadium. That's where we doing it. Shit, you can box at his old high school in Imperial, California. Go to his old high school, box there in the auditorium. I'm giving my fighter all the perks. I'm giving him all the perks. And that's what happens. You play games, you know what I'm saying? And the games I'm talking about. Eddie Hearn constantly berated Al Heyman, took shots at Al Heyman, challenged his business model. Now, they seem to be in the driver's seat unless you protected yourself with some type of contractual stipulations where you have some of the, the perks. What if this goes off of DAZN? I don't know the details of the but what if the network was left open? Bro, I'm putting that on Showtime Fox. And then that's gonna really hurt DAZN. I'm just saying, all's fair in love and war. I hope they didn't underestimate Ruiz such to the point where they didn't cover their tracks. Where they did not cover their tracks. I hope and pray that is not the case for their sake. You know what I'm saying? Because if they didn't think they would lose, so they didn't bother like putting these little detailed amendments like in the event of we lose, it must be in the UK. No way I would fight in the UK unless that was specified and I have to adhere to that. If it wasn't selected that DAZN had to be the distributor, my fighter's in the driver's seat. He's the one with the belts. He the one with the Snickers. We calling the shots. I'm gonna put it on my network. Joshua won his belts back. Come to Showtime. Come to Death Row. Come to Fox. Come to one of the PBC network. So they better hope they cover their track in that way. I don't know. It's not my contract. Don't care. But we will see. You know, so we'll see how much pull he has, you know, placed and given himself, considering they didn't expect to lose to Ruiz. Let's see how smart they were with the contract to see if they, you know, made sure that the rematch has to take place on their network or in the UK. If not, that's going to be even worse. You know, that's going to be even worse. But despite that, the confidence, the momentum is definitely with Andy Ruiz. This motherfucker's on Jimmy Kimmel right now. Kimmel just sent for him. He doing Jimmy Kimmel show right now. Overnight celebrity. His social media went from 68,000 subscribers to 788,000 overnight, you know, or a couple days now. You put a lot of pressure on yourself. You put a lot of pressure on DAZN. Look at DAZN. Even if the ratings were good, which they haven't released the numbers, the guy that's left with you, just lost bad, very bad. And he was the cash cow, and you had to pay him all this money. Bro, how can DAZN keep paying people $20 to $30 million and then producing the Canelo's numbers, 600,000 concurrent, and producing the performances that Anthony Joshua just did in his American debut, where he's, you know, people are laughing because they see, like, people are making all types of memes and shit. Oh, I'm never going to the gym. You know, this guy just knocked him out. I'm about to eat some tamales. You know, just posting stupid shit, bro. That rumor, I don't know. I don't know where. I have to see more legs to that because I ain't heard nobody say nothing about that. About the 5,000 and all that. I don't know where that came from, so I'm not gonna repeat that. That's not how I get down. Like, I don't know where the information is coming from. I haven't sourced that out, so I don't know. But anyway, Andy Ruiz is the man right now. Al Heyman the man right now. They better hope Eddie Hearn. They better hope Eddie Hearn don't got the rights to the show like that. Because if he do, man, we fighting in Mexico. Ruiz versus Joshua 2 in Mexico, Azteca Stadium. Get it. And we're going to have all the honorary, I'm saying if I was Heyman, we have all the honorary Mexican legends. Julio Cesar Chavez. Shit, Junior can go with his In-N-Out burger. Fantastico. You know, Juan Manuel Marquez, Marco Antonio Barrera, like, you know, all of them are invited. Eric Morales, you know. DAZN did massive numbers. I ain't heard no numbers, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know these numbers that you guys are mentioning, so like I said, that ain't come from me. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, the pendulum has shifted. Eddie Hearn, and see, this is like an ongoing thing. Eddie Hearn, I just told you. Bro, this is a must-win situation for Joshua. So why would you do that to your fighter without, like, you know, just giving some time for it to settle and really come to the table? Really come to the table. Because this is do or die now. This is going to be either Lennox Lewis versus Hassan Rahman, or is it going to be David Price versus Tony Thompson? But once it's done and signed and sealed, one outcome is the only acceptable outcome that benefits Joshua in a positive way. If Andy Ruiz goes in there and does the same thing or stops him worse or anything and proves it's not a fluke, then that's way worse than had Joshua. Joshua's a good fighter. So if Anthony Joshua, if you just allowed him to bounce back and regain some confidence and then push for it, then that'd be different. Block Shirley Newton, rat. Fuck these dudes, bro. Block Shirley Newton. Oh, never mind. You don't have to. You don't have to. You can unblock him. I seen his other comment. I thought he was. I thought he was ratting, bro. You can unblock him. I thought it was a rat though. That was. I pulled the trigger on that one. That was my bad. Yeah, bro. They paying Joshua 37 mil to get dropped 4 times and like lose like that. That's not good. See, and that's the thing. It's not even the heavyweight division. One punch can change everything. It's not even the fact that he lost. It's how he lost. It's how he lost. It's how he lost. That's the biggest difference. And then it's the fact that Ruiz had a 5-week camp and did that. So Ruiz knows that Joshua can hurt him. He knows he can hurt Joshua. So now him and his team can come up with the proper game plan to what they think, is, the best approach versus having a rush camp and just like, man, we got to just pull this off. You get what I'm saying? Now they have some time to prep for it, strategize. You don't necessarily have that. Listen.
I was too top heavy.
This is another reason why I think Eddie Hearns is tripping with this. They're asking, Carl Frampton asked him, yo, you lost to Klitschko and got knocked down. Not lost. You got dropped by Klitschko. What did you learn in that fight? Listen.
Hey, what did I learn from that, right? It was, when it's a slugfest, though, it wasn't even like a technical fight where he just caught me with I don't know, it was weird. It was just a slugfest. So one of those ones where I had to go down in it to get up to fight back. But what I learned is that I was too top heavy as a heavyweight. I was doing a lot of weights, so I couldn't carry my body properly, and learn how to pace myself throughout the rounds. And also, lastly, I said to my coach, I said, look, if I have another one of these fights, I'm done with boxing. I said, I should be good enough.
Bro, did you just hear what the fuck he said? New media. He just said, what did you learn from the Klitschko knockdown? He says, oh, yeah, my weight was too big. I was too top heavy. I have to carry my weight better. He was like, I have to pace myself, right? And then he said, the thing is, right, I told my coach, if I go through another fight like that with Klitschko, I'm done with boxing. He said this before he lost to Andy Ruiz, during Andy Ruiz fight week. So mentally, he just said, if I go through another war like that, then I'm done with boxing because I should be too good to be putting myself in this position. You fought Klitschko and you're being that hard on yourself, saying if that happens again, you're going through. That's what I'm telling you. He has doubts in his head, bro. He has doubts in his head, clearly, because who the fuck says that? Beyond that, the things he said he learned from were horrible in this fight. He said, I was too top heavy. I have to carry my muscles better. My muscles don't look, I got to do I got to pace myself. All of that looked horrible. It looked horrible. So how did you really learn? He said, I got to pace myself better. He looked winded as fuck before the fight even started. Then when Andy Ruiz was putting them paws on him, he looked winded. So how did you learn how to pace yourself? And you look more winded in this fight than the Klitschko fight. And then it's very telling, very, very, very telling. He says, if I go through another fight like the Klitschko fight, then I'm done with boxing. Okay, you just went through something worse than the Klitschko fight. That's why I can't trust that. I'm picking Andy Ruiz again. Bro, he just said if I go through another fight, mentally, I don't like the way that sounds. If I go through another war like Klitschko, I'm done with boxing. And then you seen the Ruiz fight played out worse. So how man? Listen.
You rolling now, yeah? Okay. What did I learn from that, right? It was, when it's a slugfest, though, it wasn't even like a technical fight where he just caught me with I don't know, it was weird. It was just a slugfest. So one of those ones where I had to go down in it to get up to fight back. But what I learned is that I was too top heavy as a heavyweight. I was doing a lot of weights, so I couldn't carry my body properly, and learn how to pace myself throughout the rounds. And also, lastly, I said to my coach, I said, look, if I have another one of these fights, I'm done with boxing. I said I should be good enough that I don't have to go through like hell and back to win a fight. It should be like a good competition, but I shouldn't have to go through one of those fights to win. And there are the three things. Don't be too top heavy, stay loose, control myself throughout each round, don't gas out, and I need to improve because I can't have too many of these fights if I want to win.
Like I said, I can't rely on someone who's saying that, bro. He said if I go, I shouldn't have to go through hell and back. That's boxing, though. That's boxing. Like, I mean, I'm not saying every fight need to be like that, but I'm just saying, like, somebody's telling me, like, that's why he just told you, he kind of laid out the blueprint. Andy Ruiz was trying to go through hell and back, and he tried to take him there. He's like, yeah, you hurt me. I'm fucked up right now, but you about to get fucked up. And stood his ground and was still throwing. So Andy Ruiz is willing to go through hell and back. But Joshua, before he lost to Ruiz, just said that during the Ruiz fight week. To me, that's an admission. That's a huge admission. He said, oh, yeah, why would you? Okay, you fought Klitschko probably a couple years ago. I think he's 28 now. You're a gold medalist. Klitschko's a gold medalist. And you would have been 26 or so when you fought Klitschko. And you said if I go through another fight like that, a fight you won, you're done with boxing? Why would you even be hard on yourself like that? You were in a gold medal match with another gold medalist who's dumbass seasoned, and he's your height, he's strong, and you talking about, oh, if I have to go through that again, fuck that. I'm done with boxing. Bro, I gotta go with Ruiz. I gotta go with Ruiz because I don't like how that sounds. You know, you're like, oh yeah, if I have to do that again, then fuck that. You know, I'm done with boxing. Why would you be done with boxing at age 26? In a fight you won. Bro, just look at the patterns I'm telling you. This does not sound like pure unadulterated confidence, bro. Yeah, oh yeah, I have a plan to beat Ruiz.
This the real deal. This the real deal.
I have a plan to beat Ruiz. I have a guide and mapped out a plan. But what if he hits me with the big shot? That doesn't sound like confident. Like, what are you talking about? You have a plan, but you're almost anticipating he catches you. You can't put shit like that in your mind. So as long as Joshua keeps saying and doing these weird ass interviews, I'm picking Ruiz every day of the week because Ruiz showed me what he about, and I never heard. Block Ricardo. I'm sick of these motherfuckers in my chat. Shooters, get rid of them. He said he was concussed, bro. Bro, this was before the fight. This was before the fight he said this. Get rid of these excuse-making motherfuckers, bro. He said this during fight week. You making excuses. Shooters, block this dude, man. Thank you. Listen, new media, we work too hard. I don't even care what old media has to say at all because they've already proven their opinion means squat to anybody who's relevant to boxing. He talking about making excuse. Oh, he was a cook. He said this before. He said this before the weigh-in. I don't like that attitude, man. He said if I have to go through another, the thing is, right, like if I have to go through this again, and then look at how he performed in the fight. He looked like that interview suggested. Unconfident. Looked like he didn't want to go through hell and back. So why would I pick him when I know Andy Ruiz is willing to go through hell and back and get knocked down and, you know, take me out or I'm taking you out type of attitude. Guerrero, you know? Why would I pick him? That's what I'm saying. AJ been dropping breadcrumbs. He been dropping clues to this whole shit. Who admits that? Even if we all have insecurities, you know? But why would you just openly admit it in a cruel sport like boxing? This man needs a psychologist or somebody or read a book, Art of War or some shit. You giving people your kryptonite. That's like you're Superman. You're like, oh, here, you want some kryptonite? Here, take the kryptonite. I got this kryptonite. Why the fuck are you gonna give people the kryptonite? This is like write a tell-all book after boxing is over. Boxing ain't that type of sport. You know, you can't be giving nobody any type of edge. You know, Mike Tyson, he was like, Mike Tyson, I study boxing too much. I'm telling you, Mike Tyson was like, he's like, yeah, there be guys they were taller than me, and when I looked at him, I would look. I'm staring. He's staring at me. I know he fears me. You know, I've been training all 10 weeks for this, and we're looking. I'm looking, and then when he cuts his eye for that split second, that millisecond, then I know I got him. And then they showed it. Mike, he's like, I mastered the art of skullduggery. I know skullduggery. So when he cut for that split second, his eyes go left, then I know I got him. That's what Mike Tyson said. He on that skullduggery shit, bro. Mike Tyson seen the fear in guys' eyes, he said. And they would act tough and, you know, bite down them. And there's this black dude, I forgot. See, I study boxing too much. Mike Tyson was fighting some dude. I forgot who it was, but it was a black dude, and the dude was trying to look at him tough, and he was like bit down the mouthpiece and was like, and Mike Tyson was just looking at it. I show one of them at the beginning of the intro, of my intro, you know. Mike Tyson just following him with the eyes. You know what I'm saying? Skullduggery. You got to have a poker face in this game. You can't. I'm hurt. You know, hit me in the stomach. Joshua be telling. He be dropping breadcrumbs. Oh, I can't go through another war. Then that's what the motherfuckers got to make it. You just told people you don't want to go through war. You don't want to go through hell and back. Bro, he needs to get like a PR person, a psychologist, or somebody, because this is the wrong sport. Yeah, he did it with Peter McNeely. But there was another one. This is the wrong sport for that, because you can't show no signs of weakness. You know, Wilder, this motherfucker fought Chris Arreola, stopped him, knocked him out, and when they were taking his gloves off, he was like, fuck. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with him? He's doing the interview on national TV, and he's like, fuck. He broke his hand. I didn't know why the fuck he was even screaming. He was just taking his gloves off. I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh, shit, fuck. Like, you know, cussing because the shit hurt. The motherfucker had a broken hand and was throwing it hard as fuck. Boxing is not, you have to, you know, it's not for the faint of heart. You know, clearly. That's why none of us, you know, not all of us do this shit. That's why people don't do it, and we just watch it from afar. Because you have to, you know, you have to be a dog in there. And if you think you got a man's number or his heart, it's hard for that person to steal that playback. So Eddie Hearn, he playing a dangerous game, because it's like, you know, Joshua has the power to hurt Ruiz. He showed that. But if it's anything, yeah, shout out to Oscar Valdez, exactly. Mexican heart, right there. Those are two examples of it. Ruiz, Oscar Valdez, Muhammad Ali fought with broken jaw. You get what I'm saying? He's playing a dangerous game, because this is do or die crossroad fight. All the indications, all this stuff shows that Joshua is not as confident or comfortable as he says. Andy Ruiz, if anything, his confidence should be budding and blossoming. He's enjoying life. He, you know, got a good paycheck, more than he was gonna make probably fighting on undercards and shit. His subscribers went up. That motherfucker ain't in no rush to lose it. So he gonna come. He gonna come with it. I can't. Joshua, he says too many things like that for me to. This is why I picked how I picked Ruiz, because I can't go. The motherfucker just said I can't go through hell and back. But Wilder and all these other motherfuckers talking about I'm gonna die. Luis Ortiz like, yeah, I'm finna die in this motherfucker. He gonna die or I'm gonna die. You know? Come on, bro. Come on, man. These other dudes talking about I'm gonna die or you're gonna die. And Josh was like, I can't go. You won the Klitschko fight. You won the Klitschko fight. And you talking about I can't go through another one of those. crazy. That's insane to me. So yeah, man, this is a dangerous one. This is a dangerous one for Eddie Hearn and Joshua, because it's just like one shot, one kill. You got one more bullet left. You got one more bullet left. Joshua's a good fighter, so if Joshua, took it easy and build himself back up, then that's less pressure, and probably it's just less pressure to this. You got to hit that shit off the bat. You know what I'm saying? You got to beat Ruiz. That's just what it is. If AJ loses again, Matchroom will be full of journeymen apart from White. But see, Eddie Hearn playing a weird game, man. He playing a weird game because at the end of the day, he has Ruiz in a tough-ass fight. Ruiz in a tough-ass fight, too. I mean, not Ruiz. White, excuse me. White's in a tough-ass fight. Block Pablo Picasso. Oh, my shooters is on it. White's in a difficult fight. And man, if he loses, Matchroom is really hurt. So it's like he got to win. I mean, and it's like to the point where like the way it's looking, the way Matchroom fighters recently, how it's been looking, they got to do something. They got to do something because like Triple G just said there's a 99% chance that he fights Canelo if he gets past Steve Rolls. Right? 99% chance. So doesn't look like we'll get Caleb Smith versus Canelo. So who's Caleb Smith gonna fight? Another person like Indom? Boxingego's real media. Y'all know that. Cause I'm bringing up the topics that is real. They underestimated that man. They didn't think this could happen. They didn't think this could happen. And then this one.
This the real deal. This the real deal. This the real deal. Easy work.
It's like, let's say you have a slow leak or something, a nail in your tire or something. And then you don't take care of it. And then one day it's raining and you're on the freeway and that tire you didn't take care of has a full-on blowout. You feel what I'm saying? You didn't anticipate that. So that's dangerous. And that's what it is. They didn't think Joshua would lose here. They put all this, emphasis on Joshua and he doing neck ups and muscle ups and shit. They totally didn't think. They did not think that he would lose. So this was a major setback. And then now you're basically Eddie Hearn. This is how I take it. Hold on. Basically, this is how I take it. If smash the like button. Oh, this feels good. If y'all, smash the like button, people. If y'all want another analogy, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? Can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? Kenny Linder, petty. He couldn't wait to fuck you guys up. Hell yeah. All right, we getting there. Oh, shit. Hey, shooters, help me free up these comments. All right. Here's an analogy. Let's say you were with a girl and you trusted her, and then the girl cheated on you. So you break up. Oh, you cheated on me? How could you? Right? And she cheated on you with a dude, and she left you for that dude. Once she got caught up, she ended up dating that dude, and you found out about it. Let's say this is in January. You found out you were supposed to be with her. You found out she was cheating on you, and the person she was cheating on you with in January, after it was revealed, she went in and moved in with that dude and started dating. You know, you know, mutual friends or whatever, right? She's dating him. You trying to, you know, rebuild, bounce back, live your life. And then later in the year, let's say August, her and that dude break up. So she's now back on the market. You still haven't gotten over her. Now, if she tries to come back into your life, are you going to max out your credit cards to, like, you know, appease her and help her? Like, what if she comes back and says, oh yeah, I'm about to get evicted from my apartment or whatever? Would you max out your credit card for that person? Do you get what I'm saying? Would you max out and put yourself in a potential, like, she says she's going to pay you back, but you don't know because she previously hasn't been trustworthy. Would you max out your credit card in the hopes that, you know, put yourself in a bad financial position in the hopes that the girl you once loved or whatever that did something that lost your trust is going to pay you back? She said, oh yeah, you know, you can live with me, blah, blah, blah. Come on, bro. That's too big of a gamble. I ain't doing shit. Y'all some simps. Y'all would pay for the bitch shit. You know, give her money, max out your credit card. Hell no. That's what Eddie Hearn is doing. He said, yeah, sloppy seconds. Hey, bro, you wildin'. He said, hell yeah, that's sloppy seconds. No, bro, that's what Eddie Hearn is doing. He's going to max out his credit card in the hopes that he gets a return on this. You know, you at the casino playing the slots. You lost all the money. You brought $1,000 and lost all of it. So you going to drain the last $5,000 out of your account and play it. You know, you got bills to pay and shit like that. You going to play all 5,000 after you already lost 1,000 chasing that 1,000. That's what Eddie Hearns is doing. He's willing to potentially max out his credit card on the gamble that this person who did something distrustful, I guess is the word, distrustful, or that lost your trust on the hope that she pays you back like she said she's going to. You won't max out your credit card for her. You know what I'm saying? You lost 1,000 in the casino and you only have 5,000 in your bank to your name. You gonna risk it all? This is what Eddie Hearns is doing, because this becomes very high risk. If Joshua loses, that's two back to. If he loses or loses worse, like, who's talking about Isaac Dogbe? Who's talking about Isaac Dogbe? Nobody. He has to bounce back. He got beat by Navarrete, and he said he could beat him, and he trained and came in shape and all that. Lost again. Same thing with Kovalev. That was a major hit for Kovalev, because Kovalev said Andre Ward, hey, yo, son of judges. And the difference being is Kovalev even versus Andre Ward, that first fight was super competitive. I had Ward winning by a small margin, but it was still a competitive fight. This Joshua Ruiz shit wasn't competitive, so it's not even in the same realm of Ward. Oh, who believes that Ward Kovalev, or who believes that Joshua Ruiz was as block this Ivan Chavez dude? What the fuck? These dudes just can't stop trolling. Who believes that Joshua Ruiz was the same level of competitiveness as Ward Kovalev? They were even. They were both evenly matched and evenly competitive fights. Who believes that? Who believes that? I don't. Exactly. AJ got humiliated. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm saying Eddie Hearn is willing to max out his credit card, because Joshua didn't show us really much of anything that it was to be desired outside the third round. But even in that round, you can't give that round to him because he made a mistake and got too hungry, or, you know, stay hungry, my friend, or whatever the fuck you be talking about. And then he got knocked down twice. So he lost the third round. So his best round, the epic round, He lost that too. So what round did you give him? He didn't win. He didn't win any round to me. He didn't win any round. And then after he was already had his bell rung, he didn't look like he knew what to do. He looked like he was spaced out. And he was getting dropped and he just couldn't believe, like, oh fuck, this is happening. So that's too big of a gamble. I would, I would at the very least really decide if that's what you want to do, or if you have to just take the L and build from it. But Eddie Hearn, he cares about his business, so he's like, man, fuck it. We're going to max out the credit card. We're going to max out the credit card, and hope this pays off. But we're going to see. Ruiz comes to fight. And he's not in the driver's seat, man. If I'm Al Heyman, let's make the fight in Mexico or Cali or Vegas. He'll find another. All right. But that's still a waste of time because you spend all this time telling someone that this is the guy. But yeah, that's probably what it is. I'll just go to Philip Ergovich and say he's the best now. That's the difference between a promoter. But it sucks for Joshua. Sucks for Joshua because now he's gonna have all the pressure in the world. Doesn't seem like he does well with pressure. And like, this is just a huge L for old media. It really is. It really is. It's a huge L, bro. Old media caught they got the real one, that raw dog. It's an L for Dazn. All of them, everybody. That was just a real big L. I thought Dazn was from Harlem because that was a big L. Bars. Old media, they are getting fucked up, bro. All that stuff, like, just look back. Do you really think with what Joshua says now that you've seen the performance, do you really think Wilder would have lost that fight? Like his mechanics, what he does well? Do you think Joshua fought a guy who people felt shouldn't have been in there? The whole Dazn commentary crew said he had no shot to win, basically. And then that guy won. And the guy was way smaller than Joshua. Wilder's not way smaller than Joshua, and he has like detonating power, and he's confrontational, like in the build-ups and shit. Yeah, Joshua, I'm telling you.
This the real deal. This the real deal. Easy work.
Wilder would have tried to pull Joshua's card. He would have tried to pull something up out of him at that fight week. I promise you that. Wilder would have tried to pull something out of it, because then you could see what when you pull up on someone and you look him in the eye face to face, you can see what they made of. You know what I'm saying? And you can see if that's skullduggery. You can see if they heart pump Kool-Aid or not. I think Wilder would have done little stuff at the press conference to really test him. That, like, for example, I got stories for y'all. It's okay. Austin Areola, $2 super chat. 20-1 odds in favor of Ruiz in the rematch. Really? Is that true? But it's so early. Dazn commentators, of course, were super biased. All right, I'm from the Bay. Shout out to Oakland. People don't know this, but MC Hammer is not the one for play. He is not the one to run up on or do some shit like that. People forget Hammer is still from Oakland. They looking at the shaved shit in his hair and all that, and the fact that he go Hammer, go the rest. And then if you watch Vlad TV, they got interviews with people who vouch for it. They vouch for everything that I'm telling you. Redman, he said he did a skit. And he said, yeah, something, Hammer mama was at the crib or something like that. And he said when Hammer seen him, Hammer was like, yo, I don't accept that. Nobody talk about my mama like that. It was good. And he said, Redman was like, what? Oh shit. He said, so I apologize. Like, I'm sorry, sir. He said, because Hammer wanted all the smoke. Hammer wanted all the smoke. Go to DJ Vlad, MC Search from Third Base, admitted that back in the day he had beef or whatever, and he had made a or I don't know if he said he had beef, but he made a reference, and he said the word hammer or something in his verse, and Hammer had them Crips on him, and they was like basically saying it was bad, bro. Like, Hammer's still from Cali, like he was connected. He used to be around Death Row and all that. You know, there's pictures of him, Suge, Pac, and stuff. He was connected, bro. And people, and beyond that, he was he from Oakland. But people forget that, you know. People forget that. And they tried, you know, a couple of people tried Hammer, and then they found out quick, oh shit, this motherfucker's still from the Bay. Oh shit, he from Cali. Like, you know, because it wasn't sweet like they thought. They looking at the Hammer that was, you know, remember they had that TV show where, I think it was a cartoon with Hammer and Michael Jordan and shit. Like, or I think Hammer had his own TV cartoon or some shit. They looking at that goofy shit. Like, they had a Hammer cartoon. I'm pretty sure. So motherfuckers thought shit was. Hold on, y'all. Look, go Hammer, go Hammer, go Hammer. Look, I'm from the Bay, bruh. Shout out to the Oakland A's, even though I'm a San Francisco Giants fan. But it's still Bay shit. Look, I got that Hammer classic bobblehead, bro. See, they looking at this suit and all this shit. Don't let that fool you. That's still Hammer, bro. See, you don't know. Hammer will pull up with that hammer. It really be hammer time on your dumb ass. You be like, man, Hammer acting like a little bit. Oh, go Hammer, go Hammer. He gonna pull up with that hammer, bro. That's why you can't, bro. You don't know who you dealing with. You don't half the time. You know, you might see someone on a train, they look innocent. That might be John Wick. He about to murder. Never mind. Let me stop. I'm just saying, you don't know. That shit could be John Wick on there. It really gonna be Hammer time. Hammer got street cred, bro. Yeah, Hammer. You can't touch this. Do. My hammer blast you so hard, make you say, "Oh my Lord!" You see the people doing all that shit, right? Hammer really finna pumps in a bump. The motherfucker was talking about pumps and that pumps in a bump. The motherfucker had the Mossberg and shit. He wasn't talking about nothing, man. He was talking about them pumps, bro. Come out to the Bay, bruh. That motherfucker pull up with that stick. Hammer, pump. He pull up like dude in the red Hyundai and fucking Boys in the Hood. That motherfucker pumps in a bump, pumps in a bump. We like the girls with that motherfucker had that. He had that work for y'all, bro. Hammer had that double barrel, that gauge on you. Oh my gosh, Hammer about to put that gauge on y'all. Y'all see, y'all need to stop fucking playing with the Bay, bruh. We don't never get no credit. Y'all better stop. Motherfucker, yeah. Go Hammer, go Hammer. That motherfucker go Hammer. He pull up with that hammer. Pumps in a bump. Pumps in a bump. He gonna have a ski mask talking about pumps in a bump. Pumps in a bump. We like the girl with the pumps in a bump. Break yourself, bitch ass motherfuckers. Stephen A. Smith just be talking loud and shit. I know he don't know about boxing. Cause he be saying shit don't have nothing to do, you know what I'm saying? Andy Ruiz, LeBron James. Like, what the fuck is LeBron got to do with this shit? You just, whatever. Why would you do that to Kawhi? Kawhi Leonard. Like, Kawhi don't have nothing to do with this type of shit, bro. God damn, this good. Oh, hey. Oh, this good. I didn't see you there. This shit good. God damn, this good. Sir, painkiller, cigarette. Oh, hey, that is you. Nah, for real. I forgot what I was drinking. Oh, shit. Oh, hey, that is you. Muy bien. That's how motherfuckers is after Andy Ruiz went. After Andy. Oh shit. Ruiz knocked him out. Muy bien. You know. Delicioso. The motherfucker. What? Snickers muy bien. Delicioso. That is you. He said Stephen A. hairline look like Murphy from RoboCop. Hey, you trifling, bro. He's like, can you fly, Bobby? I know my movies. Hey, Ed 209 was raw. IBF gonna strip Ruiz if he takes the rematch. He can postpone it. Yum yum, delicioso. That is you. This drink good. Block Willie Lopez. We gonna do you like Willie Lopez from Ghost. Make your ass a ghost. These dudes be stalking me, bruh. They just keep coming back, stalking me. Can y'all please send me some money just to piss them off? Fuck. They just be stalking me. I just like making them mad. I don't even need the money. Just send me money just so they can shut the fuck up. Because every time y'all send money, they really be getting mad, bro. Can y'all all send me $1 right now? Let's just do that. Let's create a game. When these fucking weirdos come, just everybody send me $1. We gotta shut them the fuck up, bro. Oh, that is you. Oh, hey. Areola beats Ruiz. That's what's up. You guys don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Areola is fighting Adam Kaunowski. He has to get past him. Oh, that is Austin. $2 super chat. Shooters, get him. That's what I'm saying, man. We gotta clap these dudes, bro. I'm sick of this. Oh my God. The gall. Yeah, Stephen A. Smith just be yelling this shit. The gall. The fuck is wrong with you, bro? Yeah, man, but Eddie Hearn. He put. Shout out to Robert Rich. $2. He said just cuz. Yeah, we hitting him with that just cuz. Can we get some claps? Give it up for the band. Oh shit, now it's coming in. Mr. Shab, 81, $2. This is what they hate to see. This is what they hate to see us shine. I told you, this strength in numbers. I promise you. You deliver the real information. It's coming. Oh, hey, that is you.
This the real deal. This the real deal. Easy work.
Muy bien. Delicioso. Oh, fuck it.
This the real deal. This the real deal. This the real deal.
This they mad as fuck. Why they mad at me? Don't be mad at me. I don't love my fuck him out. Chasing my duck, I replace with another one. Had to see she keep calling me big. And my name was Jay-Z and she was all on my dick. Gradually, I'm taking over your crib, coming over your shit. Got my feet up in your sofa, man. I'm need host for my open hand. I need. He said, I got your bitch in my rover, man. I never kiss her, never hold her hand. In fact, I diss her. I'm a boulder, man. I'm a pimp her. It's over, man. Oh my gosh, I'm the hoe for this shit, bro. Don't be mad at me. I don't love my fucking mouth chasing my duck, my replace with an. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Tej Wright with the $1 super chat. We the gang. They getting so mad. Y'all gotta chill. Oh shit. Donald Grant, $2 super chat. He said, just because you said so. The stream god. The stream god. Bro, this is what makes them mad. Oh shit. David Lygon with the $10. He said, damn, I'm late. But I'm here now. Y'all making them so mad. This shit is funny, bro. This shit is funny. Let's do that. Even if you donate 50 cents, I don't care. It's not even about them. I just want them to see it so they get mad. This shit is fun.
This the real deal. This the real deal.
Oh, hey.
Easy work.
Shout out to Chasmane. £1 super chat. The stream god. Ego, you funny as fuck. Let's get it, bro. Bro, you see, I could be funny because, bro, I be dead as fuck. Because I'm not out here saying crazy stuff so we can have fun with this game. They the one that have to play, like, fucking cover up and shit. Oh yeah, I never said.
This the real deal. This the real deal. This the real deal.
It's so funny watching old media try to scramble in the comment section or videos and explain why whatever they said wasn't going to happen actually happened. Chessman he's the truth. It's so funny, bro. They really be trying to explain it. Oh, I never said Anthony Joshua was better than Muhammad Ali. I never said that. I never said that. No, don't try to switch it now. I just wanted to see the Wilder Joshua. Nah, don't backtrack now. Don't backtrack now. It's okay. They be trying to switch everything. Nah, ain't no switcheroo. But Eddie Hearn he did a number. He did a number. Because Anthony Joshua. Yeah, what happened? Biggie, what happened? He did all of that. Wilder don't deserve 50-50. How much you deserve in the rematch since Ruiz whooped that ass? Bro, you just gave Al Heyman the juice. You want it. You want it. You want it. You wanted all the juice. Like, you gave Al Heyman all the fucking juice. How much you deserve now? Let's take a look at your number. See? Al Heyman out here. Bro, he sent over a person, no disrespect to Andy Ruiz, but he sent over a person that he could afford to send over. Like, if Andy Ruiz would have gotten knocked out, it wouldn't have ruined his whole heavyweight picture. But he sent over a person that he could afford to send out without, derailing somebody that he put up, a ton of money into already, because they got maybe 2 fights together. And then he got him paid, and then now he's getting all this recognition for it. So it was a win-win for Heyman. It was a total win for Al Heyman, because he sent someone over that, had he lost, it still wouldn't have been the end of his. He still has heavyweights that he could, but he had not much to lose and everything to gain, and he gained it because he beat him. Look at what he put. Look at Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz, shout out to the best boxing team, PBC on Fox, and Al Heyman. Hashtag Unified World Champion. And the new hashtag Snickers. Bro, this is a L for Dazn. This is a L because he went right the fuck back. That's why they're doing this immediate rematch, because they lost so much in this. They lost. PBC won, Al Heyman won, Andy Ruiz and Manny Robles won, and now Eddie Hearn has to try to right his wrong. Bro, this man went back. He's on Jimmy Kimmel right now, right meow. He's on Jimmy Kimmel. He had nothing to lose and everything to gain, and he just gained it. And now, wouldn't you be happy if Al Heyman allowed you to go over there, and then he allowed you to go over there? Like, first of all, when Top Rank took an L. I already told you, Top Rank took an L because they had Andy Ruiz. This man was capable of beating Anthony Joshua and getting unified belts. And not under the Top Rank banner, but under the PBC banner, he did that. Al Heyman could have been petty, since y'all say he's the devil and cancer. He could have been petty and said, you know what, they dogged Luis Ortiz, or no, I'm going to let their event suffer. But he didn't. This is chess. Luis Ortiz, they had plans for him or whatever. He fighting Wilder, so he wins that way. He didn't send over Luis Ortiz, but he gets to use Luis Ortiz and give him an opportunity and a payday for Deontay Wilder, right? And then another guy he had that had everything to gain and little to lose for PBC, because it wouldn't have been a shocker if, according to what people say, if Andy Ruiz would have lost because of the way he looks and all this other shit. And then he sent him over and he robs the bank, and he comes back and he's talking about, shout out to the best team in boxing. Shout out to Al Heyman and PBC, and shout out to Fox on PBC. Wow. Eddie Hearn has to be livid. This man is saying he went back, he got the bag and went back home. Shout out to the best team in boxing, PBC on Fox and Al Heyman, and the new. That has to hurt, bro. Because if it was Michael Hunter that pulled the upset, that's a matchroom fighter. So it wouldn't have been as bad because it would still be within Eddie Hearn, his grasp. He has options on Michael Hunter for X amount of fights. He has no control over Andy Ruiz outside of the rematch clause. And he can exercise the rematch clause, but then that gives Joshua no time to okay. You guys just don't understand. Hey, yo, you just don't get it. Last year I was nobody. Listen, the fight just ended June 1st, June 2nd, right? I'm not the smartest brother in the world. July, August, September, October, November, December. So you're giving about 4 or 5 months because you can't really consider the month that is happening or the week is happening.
This the real deal. This the real deal. This the real deal. Easy work.
Sura 47, $2 super chat. Eddie Hearns is cooked. AJ needs therapy. Bro, it sounds, you could speculate on what happened, Joey Dweco and all that stuff and why the dad was mad. You know, ultimately it's going to be revealed. You know what I'm saying? Somehow, some way it'll be revealed either by Joshua's performance or whatever. So if Eddie Hearns really knows that Joey Dweco really slept AJ in the training camp, or he had a bad camp, or whatever, the things he's not copping to, you can't deny what really happened. Like, you can deny it to the public, but you can't deny how it hurt Joshua's confidence. That's the real thing about it. You can front for the cameras, but you can't front for how certain things will make you feel. You get what I'm saying? Like, you could go through a nasty breakup and then post on Facebook and post on Instagram and look like you happy, but that doesn't fake how you really feel internally, how you're sullen and, you know, feeling melancholy. That doesn't change that. The only thing you could do is front. So they know what really happened. You know, it doesn't even matter. If it happened, it happened. You can't change that. That if that took a chomp out of his confidence, then it took a chomp out of his confidence. Now you in this situation. I like that. Exactly. Sam Alvarado. You can lie to me, but you can't lie to yourself. Exactly. That's why the old media never made sense, because you could do 1,000. They don't understand. You could do 1,000 videos saying Wilder's a bum and he'll get knocked out by AJ. But once it's proven over time, if that was likely and Joshua was the man, then you look stupid. The jig is up. Now all those 1,000 videos you put, you look like a disgrace to boxing because you were way off the mark. You could lie and say, like, and not really judge the fight and say Andy Ruiz has no shot. He's going to get knocked out in the first 30 seconds. And then when that doesn't happen and Joshua gets upset, now you look dumb because you didn't even break down the fight. So these guys on old media, they're toast because all they do is get it wrong. Every single time they go against the grain, they say everything I say, they say the opposite. And look how much stuff I got right. And if you're saying the opposite, then that means you got all your shit wrong. I said Errol's going to beat Mikey Garcia. They said Mikey is better. He has better skill set, and Errol Spencer's overrated. Wrong. They said Andy Ruiz was going to get knocked out. I said Andy Ruiz is a scrapper. Joshua looks like he's having too much fun in Miami. He better not be sleeping on Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz can most definitely stop Joshua. He has fast hand, blah, blah, blah. They were wrong, etc., etc. I said all this stuff about Hearn and playing this game you won't win. They were wrong. So it is what it is. Bro, why I was picking up my homie and he got in the car and said, "Who is this, Boxingego?" And said, "Yeah." You listened to him? He was like, "Yeah, he clapped me 2 times." Bro, he was probably on that BS. My shooters don't just clap innocent women and children and shit. So your friend was probably on that goof troop time, saying crazy stuff. They messed up big time on the Mikey fight and the AJ fight, bro. They didn't think he could lose it. And it's boxing. Of course you can lose it. Now you got, so basically, Joshua, I told you, he just fought June, July, August, September, October, November, December. They are talking about him coming back this year, November, December. So you're giving Joshua 4 to 5 months to correct everything that was a fiasco and disastrous. So you got, his confidence is definitely chipped away. His stamina looked trash. You got to correct all. Some people are telling him to leave Rob McCracken. His pops was pissed off at you. There's rumors that he got a concussion. There's rumors that he had a concussion before and he got hurt by Joey Daweko. You know, you might not have control over the event as to what network it's on. You might not have control over the event as to if it happens in the States or UK. Bro, this is an uphill battle. Plus, what's done is done. Andy Ruiz now has a full camp and he's probably loving life. He's probably loving life right now, and he's not in a rush to let this shit go. Getting picked up by Jimmy, he'd be like, yeah, shit, I could get used to this. Getting picked up by Jimmy Kimmel and shit. So now you have even more of a monster because now he gets the feeling of living like a champion and everybody celebrating him and say, oh, I'm Mexican, you made me proud, or I'm a boxing fan, you made me so proud, or Snickers hitting him up and say, hey, we want to send you some stuff. He's having the best feeling of the world. Joshua's having the worst feeling in the world. Momentum, confidence, definitely on the Andy Ruiz, Al Heyman side. And you're putting him in 6 months. When people get stopped and dropped and badly hurt like that, usually they're out of the ring for 6 months to a year. You're putting him back in with the guy that did this in a do or die fight within 4 or 5 months. That's, bro, good luck. It's one shot, one kill. AJ got one bullet in the chamber. That's it. He don't got no extra magazines, no extra rounds. Good luck. That's it. That's what it is. You're putting him under the most pressure, and it doesn't look like he handles pressure, so I don't even understand why they would even come to this conclusion that fast. At least take some time to really think about this, bro. Anthony Joshua is a good fighter. If he loses, you know what the perception is going to be. People are already saying this stuff now. Oh, he was a hype job, overrated. Oh, he has no chin. So if he loses again or loses worse, then it's donezo. Because you can't, boxing doesn't work like that. People start taking like big losses. He didn't, like Danny Garcia. He lost 2 times in 2 years, but he didn't lose like that. Keith Thurman fight and the Sean Porter fight were elite level names. And Danny Garcia never touched canvas in either of those fights. And they were debatable on the outcomes. So, yes, Danny Garcia lost in a small space of time, but we all know the difference between a respectable loss, like Persons or whatever, she lost allegedly. But nobody believes that she fucking lost, so people aren't going to be afraid of watching her fight again. So there's difference between a loss and an embarrassing loss, because we know technically, like Carlos Cuadras versus Roman Chocolatito, Cuadras did cool. He arguably won the fight, so he didn't take no badass loss right there. You get what I'm saying? Kovalev losing to Leader Alvarez, that was a bad loss. He got dropped 3 times, so it took a lot of guts, and he pulled it together, switched trainers, and beat Alvarez. But the pressure was on him the same way it's on Joshua. You know, this is a must-win situation. This is everything riding on it. Everything you've built. I would take some time to make that decision, me personally. Because if he just abandons the belt, he don't... Some of y'all don't learn. That's it. Some of y'all really don't learn. Look, I'm going to show y'all once again. I'm gonna show y'all again. This is a writer. This is a popular writer, Keith Idec. Look what he posted after the fight he was at with Joshua Ruiz. Eddie Hearn just told us he got the sense from Anthony Joshua that he's relieved to have suffered his first loss because there was so much pressure on him. Keith Idec. Eddie Hearn just told us he got the sense from Anthony Joshua that he's relieved to have suffered his first loss because there was so much pressure on him. 6'1", after the fight. 100 retweets, 363 likes. So Eddie Hearn knows that Joshua feels relieved, and somehow they've made the decision in 2 days to exercise the rematch clause. Good luck, bro. He feels relieved that Charlo didn't feel. That's what I'm saying. I can't trust, man. I cannot trust that personality. Charlo was crying in the post fight because he was so pissed off that the judges took the fight from him and he felt he won versus Tony Harrison. Joshua was relieved. Joshua was in pictures photobombing and smiling. He looked super shook up walking out to that American crowd, which I told you was different. And then all of a sudden, after the fight, he looked like a huge burden had been lifted off his shoulders. Like, yes, now I don't have to worry about fighting Wilder or Luis Ortiz or Dillian White. I could do my thing. Now you're putting him right back into the pressure spot. Good luck. That's all I'm going to say. That's my time, everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. We will see, but Dazn caught a huge L. Triple G can't lose. Dillian White can't lose. They can't look suspect. Eddie Hearn just took a fatal L. Katie Taylor lost. The promotion is horrible with Dazn. They really have to do something here. And now you're putting him back in that. You could build, like, that's what I'm saying. It's fucked up. Me personally, I would really take time with the team to determine if you really want to go to Ruiz, because now it's do or die. Now it's do or die. Versus Joshua's a good fighter. He has attributes. He can figure out his weight. He can figure out how you're going to improve your stamina in 4, 5 months, 6 months tops. It doesn't work like that. We've seen Canelo have stamina issues. I've seen it way back in the Shane Mosley days. When Canelo fought Shane Mosley, I've seen stamina issues where he was fighting in spurts. I still see it to this day. To this day, I still see it. So how is Joshua going to correct all of this stuff? You know, Joey Daweko knocking him out or whatever rumors, or like I said, they can admit to it or not admit to it. But you know, if you got knocked out by Joey Daweko or Ajit Caballel and all these motherfuckers, you know internally. So you could tell the camera, because there's no NDAs and non-disclosures. You know, you could tell people whatever, but you know if that truly happened. So that's going to rattle your confidence. And I think it truly happened. Something happened. Because why was the father so mad? You know, why is Joshua doing a video like, oh, yeah, Joey Daweko, the tank. He has power. He has power. It seems like the puzzle piece just fits. You know, why did he have marks on his face? Why did he say the marks on his face were caused by physio? And then 2 days later, he said there was a lion in the camp and he's in a tough camp. Bro, they're throwing Joshua to D Wolves because now he has to pull the trigger, get it done, you know. And Joshua has changed too. I don't think he wants this, man. I really don't think he wants this. Because he said when he first started boxing, or not first started boxing, but when he started coming to prominence, he looked hungry. When he first started coming to prominence, he said, I want to be a boxing billionaire. Jay-Z just became a billionaire. It took years, right? He said, I want to be boxing billionaire. Then I just seen an interview before the Ruiz loss, and he says, I don't care about being a legend. What the fuck? So if you're a billionaire from boxing, you'll definitely be a legend because that's, you know, a phenomenal feat. I'm telling you, I can't trust when somebody's that inconsistent. 1 minute it's physio. Then it was a lion in a camp and a tough camp, which created scars on your face. 1 minute you're walking out to Dipset or Biggie, New Yorkers in New York. Then you're talking about coming out to, you know, Alanis Morissette or whatever the fuck. Sweet Magnolia or Sweet Caroline and all this stuff. I can't trust it. I'm sorry. I'm really not sorry, but I can't trust when someone just is flip-flopping nonstop. He said, oh, yeah, Ruiz wants this. I'll break his jaw. But then you say, I hired a sports psychologist. What if Ruiz, how do I deal with the pressure if he hits me with one big shot? But you just say you'll break his jaw and you're the landlord and all this shit. Then you let him hold your belts, but you the landlord. What the fuck landlord lets you hold the rent money they owe you? Like, this shit don't make sense, bro. Joshua keeps telling you who he is, and you guys refuse to listen to it. So good luck to everybody. Old media's dead, but good luck to whatever is left of them. You know, oh, yeah, Wilder can't come in my ring. Oh, that's why I like Klitschko and Povetkin. He liked Klitschko and Povetkin because they're white guys that don't come across as brash and in your face with it. Wilder's in your face with it. He's talking about, to this day, I can't wait to catch a body so bad. Anthony Joshua, I will. Now, you don't want that energy. It's just, like I said, if you ever been around some street shit, you know what the fuck I'm talking about, bro. You know what it is. You're like, oh, meet with me. Why you wait a year to come up with an idea of meet with me? But when Wilder's like, you a coward, Joshua, I promise. He was on Great Morning, Good Morning, Great Morning Britain, or Good Day Britain, or what the fuck is up Britain, one of them shows. And he said, hey, Joshua, look at me in the camera as I talk to you. I swear I'm so frustrated. You a coward. He was doing all this shit with his mouth and all that in your homeland. And you didn't pull up. You didn't say nothing. You didn't say, oh, yeah, my response, be with me. And then you wait a year later after he says he's fighting Luis Ortiz and, you know, he's not worried about Joshua. He got his own path because he's going viral. And now you're talking about meet with me. It's okay. Meet with me. Yeah, I'm done talking. It doesn't sound believable. The more consistent you are, the more you stay congruent with what you say, the more believable it is. You can't say I'm going to break someone's jaw, I'm the landlord, but then let him hold the belts. I'm sorry. You know, Bernie Mac said, yeah, my brother, he said, there's going to be some furniture moving around this motherfucker. You can't say there's going to be furniture moving and all this stuff. And then when you see him, it's all like, hey, man, you want some Cheez-Its? Like, it just don't make sense. I don't know what they doing in the UK right now, but in America, that don't make sense. Nobody believes that. If you got to be one way on, like, if you one way on the internet, you got to be one way in the person. Like, that's why I say I don't talk. I don't talk, like, in terms of that. If I have an issue with somebody, I don't talk on the internet about it like that. And if I did choose to talk about it on the internet like that, then that's the person I would be when I see that person. Simple. But me being a person, being the man I am, if I have an issue, I don't make it a public issue. I'll reach out to the person, especially if they have my number, I and their number. So Hearn, man, they're putting Joshua in a must-win situation. He got to win it. And I just feel like that's faulty because you have to think about this decision now. Because it's cool for Matchroom. They could just focus on Dillian White if he comes out of the Oscar Rivas fight. But for Joshua, his career is going to be in shambles. It'll be some David Price shit. So they should have really considered this. But, hey, it's not my company. Let me know what you guys think. That's my time. Fantastico! Shout out to everybody. God bless so much for believing in me. The super chats. I'm motivated. Everything's good on our end. But you guys as boxing fans, I hope you like what I'm doing. And I just hope we elevate this sport of boxing. Stop supporting shit you know to be fake. I'm not telling you what it is or who it is. But if you know it's some bullshit, why? What's the point? Why? Y'all got to support that real new media. I'm out. Holla at your